what's up guys? Cholo Tolentino here, and we are here to talk about Gank and what goes on behind the startup that is, Gank Global. So we are here with two of the founders. So first we have Caine.
Hi, I'm Caine. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Gank.
I'm James. I'm Chief Product Officer and co-founder of Gank.
It's nice that I get to talk to the founders about what goes on behind the scenes, the different software updates that we're getting, and the new features that we're going to be releasing on Gank. There are many features on Gank that help content creators. As founders, which are your personal favorites and why?
I love playing games. And I always wanted to meet the person, my favorite gamer, like Ice. Okay, there you go. Of course, even play with him, play games with him. This is something that I like to do. And that's why we actually looked into how it could be done, and we built a service that allows you to so-called engage your creator or request or commission your creator to be able to play games with you or talk to you. Commissions is, to me, my most favorite or what resonates with me on the platform as the best feature.
Commissions.
Yeah, commissions, yes. So yeah, it's been used in a number of creative ways so far. I've seen people go to events and they do carpet on with commissions. Fan service, yeah, and even meet and greet, even beyond events.
Making original stream music for streams.
Yes, some people even get requests to sing their birthday song for them from their favorite creator. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you could do. It's up to how creative you are, and I think that's the most versatile feature as well that we have.
Sky's the limit, especially if you are confident in whatever it is that you can share with other people.
Yeah, exactly.
I think for me, my favorite feature is also kind of not very obvious to the regular or just a basic user, but the fact that we offer local payment options in almost all the countries in Southeast Asia allows any creator who wants to be serious about expanding their reach in Southeast Asia the opportunity to gain fans in those countries, right? Only if you're a serious content creator and you really want to expand your reach would you realize the beauty of this platform where we solve the problem of fragmented payments in this region. And yeah, it gives a lot of convenience.
That's so true. Prior to this, it was actually pretty difficult to monetize your platform online. If you're a content creator, because you'd need PayPal, and then PayPal was always you would have to go through hoops to be able to properly get PayPal payments. And now with local platforms like in the Philippines, GCash is a very, very, very popular payment platform. It works seamlessly with Gank. So that's honestly, as a creator who is also on Gank, aside from working with Gank, it's something I'm thankful for as well. What was your mindset or goal when creating or conceptualizing the following features? How did you want these features to help content creators grow? PPV. What was going through your mind when you created PPV? In a world of subscriptions.
Well, PPV is a method that allows creators to create on-demand content. So we are in an economy where people want things immediately, and we give them an option to immediately pay for log posts or log content through PPV and get immediate gratification of unlocking the post. So it's kind of a visceral experience, I would say.
It's exciting. It's exciting because it's
you get, it's like unwrapping a present.
And not everybody can afford subscriptions. Subscriptions are admittedly more expensive, and it's a bigger commitment.
It's a long-term commitment.
Yeah.
Some people might not have that kind of plan, in terms of their budget, but PPV could be one way they could gain access to exclusive content.
Yes, that's right.
Regarding PPV, right? I think the trend is there. Having things on demand and paying for it is there, and that's what we saw in the market, and that's why we actually wanted to experiment with it. So when we released it, we only introduced it to a few people. I think we didn't do a full release, right? And it was pretty well received. It seemed like something that they wanted on the platform. And when we announced it, it was Thailand is really enjoying it. Thailand really does very well with it somehow. I think they get it. or either the fans resonate with this function. So it's doing really well in Thailand. That's pretty much about PPV. It's growing, it's doing well, it's helping the creators a lot.
I can see that actually. It's new to a lot of people, so maybe they're not used to it, the idea of just having specific content versus an entire subscription. But, in due time, when people see the benefits and how it can help them grow, hopefully we see more people getting on that PPV bandwagon, right?
We see different countries resonate to different features. Like in Philippines, they resonate very well with memberships. And in Thailand, it's PPV. In Indonesia, it's merch. Pretty much different countries have different preferences, but we feel that and we see that eventually it will merge together. After all, we are all digital nomads in this digital economy. We just hope that the behavior of all the consumers explore everything and try everything. I think that's pretty much.
With a digital nomad mindset, it's always like you want to learn something new. So once you've learned the maximum extent of what you can learn about the subscription and everything, you will, naturally want to learn more about PPV. And hopefully when you do, you can discover just how useful it can be and how it can help you with your content, or how you can use it to support your favorite creators as well.
That's why we built all these features. They were evolved from different countries, so every country can experience all the features that are in one platform.
The next feature, what was going through your mind when you were thinking of making media share?
So we decided that the streaming segment or the streaming creators were a segment that we wanted to cater to as well. So right now in the industry of such platforms, it has been kind of same baseline functions for many years. Twitch streamers use streaming software like Streamlabs, and they have stream alerts on these. It's been basic like that for many years already. We thought that we should make streamers' lives or streams more interesting by offering more features like media share, which media share allows the viewer to pay to play a video on the stream. By allowing that flexibility, we actually allow a lot more fun moments or chaotic moments.
Fan contributed content.
Yes, fan contributed interactions as well.
It's like a surprise, like the novelty and surprise of watching a stream. And this was one of the things that we thought.
Plus you get those authentic reactions from your favorite creators.
Stream viewers of a particular creator also typically think of themselves as a community member of that streamer.
Yeah.
So, when a streamer has to go somewhere for like 10 minutes, what do people do? Do they just sit there and the lobby is now empty? Typically, they will start chatting.
They will chat with each other.
They'll play interesting things.
Yeah.
And this is one way they can do it.
And the last feature that I want to ask what was going through your mind when you created this is the donation overlay. So this is also a stream function.
Yeah. So the donation overlay is interesting in the sense that we had a feature of donation goals within Gank itself.
Yeah.
But a question that was always on our mind was, how do we extend Gank beyond Gank itself?
Yeah.
And we always thinking about possible ways to extending through these sorts of extensions like donation overlay, where essentially it's the donation goal function on Gank. It is exported out into the stream to gain more eyeballs, right? Whatever we view helps a creator engage their fans in a more reachable way, we feel would be valuable to add on.
That's true.
I was watching a streamer just doing a just chatting session, and she would just answer questions from the overlay. And I remember watching her earn about $4,000 in an hour just answering questions that were requested by fans.
It goes to show that fans really want to see their content creators give more of themselves.
Pay attention to the fans.
Yeah, pay attention, show them that they're listening to the fans. Not just, these fans don't just exist. These supporters don't just exist to scream praises or cheer on. It's also a relationship between the creator and the supporters. PPV, media share, and donation overlay, these three really give opportunities to the fans to be able to feel more connected to the content of the creator that they are supporting. It may not be direct, but it's a step in the right direction while keeping that boundary that, of course, creators have to keep between them and the supporters, right? Next, how does the app or website handle user feedback, bug reports, and feature requests?
We have bug or feedback reporting built into the platform. So if you in the process of using the platform, something comes to you in terms of it's not that smooth, you are free to submit the feedback. There will be a team that looks at your feedback and we look at how that feedback is applicable to the wider user base. We then act on it by prioritizing it or adding it to our list of things to do. So that's one way.
Our socials.
Yeah, socials.
Yeah.
And Discord.
Yeah.
Where we have ticketing systems where if you have an issue, come to Discord and post it. There will be a customer support team to look at the ticket.
And I understand there's a process that goes behind this all, like where you have to decipher whether or not the feedback or some of the bugs are viable or not, because that's something that a lot of people who use platforms like Gank don't understand. Sometimes there's a bug, they expect immediate response. They expect an immediate change to the app. But if you think about it, if it was just that easy to give feedback and get an immediate change on the app, then without a process of deciphering whether or not it's worth it or it should be done, the app is just going to constantly change. No one is going to be able to master how to use the app because there's always something changing for the smallest inconvenience. No app is perfect, and it's also up to us as users to master any quirks that app would have. And also trust that the founders and the developers of the app are also working on making the app the best version it can be, one step at a time.
We need to fully understand what the bug is. Some people just come to us and say, hey, this is not working, and they disappear. Why is not working? So the context of what is wrong is very important. After we have received that context, we need to understand where the root of the problem is. If we have enough context.
Context is so important.
Yes.
It is really important because now that I think about it, things that you think won't really affect the app itself or things that won't affect the website, they could be. Like having a VPN or having a certain type of, what browser are you using? It's hard to act on bugs without knowing the full extent because we might end up changing something in the app.
We thought there was a problem in Vietnam. This creator showed us a video of her taking 10 minutes to upload an image. So we were like, oh no. So we went to solve it and we came back and realized we didn't find context. So we actually got another creator from Vietnam to try the same thing, and she did it in 3 seconds. So we went back to this original creator and said, hey, where are you transmitting from? Oh, yeah. I was on the train. And we realized that, it's because of that's the context, so the problem wasn't the platform. So it was, she needed to stop moving. Her provider couldn't catch the data. And to continue with bug, there's the process of finding the root problem, going down to correct the bug. Then we have to have the QA to test it, because you don't want to launch something that's going to not truly fix the problem or create another problem. And then that usually takes some time because we have multiple devices, use cases, and so sometimes that gets thrown back and the cycle starts again. And if we're lucky, it doesn't get thrown back. It proceeds to deployment, and then we have to test it again with non-QA people, like real people who use it and get their perspective on it. And that whole cycle, I'm tired saying it. Can you imagine? So we try to condense it, and if we manage to, we can resolve the bug as fast as 3 days to 6 days. But if not, it could take longer.
It really depends on the area of where the bug is being reported.
Yes.
If it's being reported on like a payment issue, right, then that will typically impact almost every part of the platform, and that would take longer time to test them. But then again, when a bug is reported on a payments issue without context, and we don't know whether it's just that user's credit card being rejected or not.
Context is extremely exactly. Context is extremely
We
important.
really pay attention to bug reports on important areas like payment, customers not being able to transact. These are the most basic and most important things for us.
The more context that the user is able to provide us, the faster we can solve the problem and the faster we can fix these issues. Note for future reports, if you see anything that you think needs to be looked at in Gank, please do always add all the context you can find. And yes, we want to work together with you to be able to make the platform the best version it can be.
And we can guarantee you that any bug report that's reported gets looked at within the day, right?
Yeah.
Security issues are always a problem with apps and websites. What are the security measures in place to protect Gank's user data and privacy?
Security is our top priority as a platform that focuses on monetization for creators. We are aware that creators want a stable and highly protective platform.
Yes.
of their data, right? Both their content, their payments. So we have put in almost a 360 view or 360 defense to your data on our platform. When we launched in Southeast Asia, it was very interesting in the fact that this is a time where things are very fast moving on the internet. Scams are happening all the time.
Yeah.
Phishing attempts happen all the time. We not only secure our database, our servers with top-end protection. I'm not going to go into the details, or that will give ingredients for hackers to use. But I'm just going to say we are using the top of the line protection on the internet, used by banks, used by large internet giants to protect the server and the data. Our servers will not go down in any attack on us. So we've protected our platform in that way. And on the phishing attempts, there's a whole policy of monitoring and checking profiles, making sure that profiles created are genuine profiles. And on the payment side, we are also looking at fraudulent payments. We block fraudulent payments. We have very specific rules to identify fraudulent payments, and we're always optimizing it. So this is really a 360 protection for the platform.
And we also have the country managers who specifically look at the profiles of the countries that they are in charge of to make sure that that our creators are treated well and are on our platform safely, and there's nothing wrong with their
They pick out copycat accounts, spoofing accounts. We get that often, and that's where the team locally in the countries that you come from are helping to detect the activity. They take it on a very active daily approach to go and look at all these things.